I want to start off by saying that this is not going to be a bulking guide, okay? This is not going to be the guide for you if you're looking to build actual mass. That is a completely different topic. I am in a bulk right now, so I am actually doing a proper bulk for once. For the longest time, I've been afraid of bulking because I didn't want to gain fat. I didn't want to look bad in my face. I didn't want to gain fat anywhere, all right? And I was terrified of it, but quite frankly, right now, I am getting rid of that fear and I am going with the bulk because I want to put on mass. I'm very experienced though in body recomposition, all right? This is my transformation. This is how it looked like before. This is how it looked like after. That pic was from like a week ago, all right? But anyway, I'm going on a bulk right now, so things are different, all right? But when it comes to body recomposition, bro, I've been doing this for like 2 years, which I shouldn't have been doing, but as a result, I'm very experienced in it and I can help you tremendously if you're someone who's considering doing a recomp. What is a recomp, first of all? Basically, it's when you lose both fat and gain muscle at the same time, all right? Believe it or not, bro, yeah, it's possible. If you're one of those people who doesn't believe that it's possible, bro, here's a prime example, okay? I was skinny fat as shit, and I built muscle and lost fat at the same time. If I can do it, so can you. It is as simple as knowing how to, knowing when it applies, when you can do it, because there are situations in which you cannot do it. I will be talking about which positions and which people, which category of people are actually qualified to be doing this. Actually, I'll just give them right now. If you're an advanced lifter who's already quite lean, if you're someone who's really well trained already, and overall you just have a low body fat percentage, you shouldn't be doing this. You should go on a proper bulk, which is the mistake that I made, okay? Right here, like, I know I look pretty good now, but I've been looking like this, believe it or not, for the past 6 months. I don't know, like probably 8 months. I looked like that for like the longest time, and I wasn't making any progress because I was so afraid of bulking. And I was in this idea of, oh, body recomposition always, bro, it's always going to help me. No, okay? When you're at a point where you're pretty experienced already in training, it's not gonna work for you. Who is it going to work for? It's going to work for the people who are new to training, like they're just completely new to lifting weights. They're skinny fat, so they have a lot of fat on them, but like not like very small amount of muscle. And that's the category I was in, so that's why it worked so well for me. And it's also going to work for you if you're completely overweight and obese. If you have all of this fat stored that you can use like as energy in order to build muscle, this is gonna work for you. Actually, it's gonna work for you really well. You might not even have to bulk if you're at a certain body fat percentage, all right? If you're like really overweight, you can use all that energy and just build all the muscle that you want, all right? So this is only for you if you apply to any of those 3 categories, okay? Skinny fat, new lifter, and obese. And if you belong to any of those, then keep watching, all right? This is for you. So essentially, the way that you body recomp is going to be following 3 very simple steps. And yes, you heard it, 3 very simple steps. Believe it or not, the most common thing that is holding you back from achieving the physique that you want, bro, is just knowledge, all right? And just having the simple knowledge, you're gonna be able to get basically any physique you want. So 3 simple steps. First step is going to be a calorie deficit. Second step is going to be eating enough protein. And third step is going to be training enough. If you don't have a good training stimulus, you can do both of the things that I'm gonna tell you previously, but you're still gonna lose muscle. And that's not what we want. We want to build muscle and lose fat. So I'm gonna explain all 3 of these and how to do them properly. So the first one, calorie deficit. How do you do it? You're gonna have to go to a calorie calculator, all right? You can search these online. Most of them are pretty accurate. The one I personally use is the one from MyFitnessPal, and I also use caloriecalculator.com. These have worked really well for me. They've been really accurate and they've achieved me results. So you can use those too if you want. You're going to eat 200 to 400 below your maintenance calories, all right? Now you can go a little bit higher if you're in the obese side of things. If you have a lot of fat on you, you could probably go all the way to even 600. But I would recommend going only up to 500, all right? So you actually still build muscle. So here's the thing. You're gonna eat between 200 and 500 depending on where you are. The lower body fat percentage that you are, the lower you should be on this range, all right? So let's say you're around 20% body fat or 19% body fat, you should probably go on the lower end of that and eat only just like 200 calories, all right? Below maintenance. And What you're going to do here is you're going to be losing weight. You cannot lose fat. Let me say that clearly. You cannot lose fat without a maintenance. Without a deficit. So you have to be in a deficit. This is non-negotiable. If you do not do this, you are not going to lose fat, and a body recomposition is simply just not going to be possible for you, all right? So this is non-negotiable. You have to be in a deficit of around 200 to 500 calories, all right? Be in a deficit, and this combined with the second step is going to assure that you do not lose any muscle, right? And that you build new muscle. Within those calories, within the calories that you're allowed to eat, so let's say that you calculated that your maintenance calories, so your maintenance calories in order to be able to maintain the weight that you have, let's say it's 2,500. Now you're gonna be eating 2,200, 2,300, depending on which one you chose, the deficit that you chose. Within those calories, you have to eat enough protein. At least 1 gram to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. You're gonna eat anywhere between those ranges to make sure that you maintain and you grow the muscle throughout this whole process. Because what's gonna happen is you're going to lose weight and your body is going to have sufficient enough protein to make that weight is lost via fat. And that it's not lost through your muscle. Because if you don't feed enough protein to your body, you're gonna lose weight, sure, but if you don't have enough protein, you're gonna also lose muscle, all right? And essentially, those are the first two steps, very important, all right? And the third step is going to be train enough. Train enough, bro. Train to failure. Make sure that you're training your body all the time, bro. Because even if you eat enough protein, even if you're in a deficit, you're going to still lose muscle, even if you're eating enough protein, all right, dog? You're still going to lose muscle if you're not giving your body a reason to keep the muscle that you already have or to build more muscle. So basically, these three things in nature, what they look like is you're going to calculate your calories, eat in a deficit, eat enough protein, 1.2 grams to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, and you're going to train your muscles, all right? Now training, how to train, that's going to be a completely separate guide, all right, entirely. Because the whole premise, the basic premise is you have to push through to failure, okay? And if you're training for hypertrophy, you want to be on the higher end, all right? So make sure that you feel between 10 to 15 reps of whichever exercise that you're doing. You do it with good form, you know, slow movements, all that stuff, all right? Now, that's just like a little sneak peek to my on how to train properly guide. But make sure you apply all of this like fitness knowledge that you've been like searching into, and make sure you train well, bro. Because if you apply only the 2 steps that I gave you, you're gonna lose muscle and you're gonna lose fat, which is not gonna be a body recomposition. That's gonna be a cut. And that's not what you want, all right? Quite frankly, I'm against cuts because cuts implies that you just lose weight in general. And body recomposition is that you lose fat and gain muscle, which is what you should be doing at all times, all right? So you either bulk or you recomp, dog. It's as simple as that. And hope this video helps you. If you guys have any questions about body recomposition, bro, then make sure to leave them down in the comments. But yeah, follow those 3 simple steps. Very simple, all right? Calorie deficit, eat enough protein, and train enough. Train hard enough. And with those simple things, you are going to lose fat and gain muscle at the same time, I promise you. My before and after pics are prime examples of that, all right? So if you don't believe me, then fuck off. All right, just fuck off. All right. Anyway, I hope this helps, guys. And remember, a man who masters himself is truly free.